I'm built of razors. I pour stock into death like I'm bidding on failures. They cheer for my smile, but I sharpen the layers. My empire breathes smoke on a patent and prayers. Oscorp's a chapel, the sermons are cold. I script every merger in scripture and gold. Morals don't factor when futures are sold. I auctioned my soul and it doubled in folds. Power and silence, I mastered the climb. Read every law, then rewrote every line. They crown me with lies, I design as their truth. I don't lead with the mask, I perfected the suit. Mirror cracked, hello to the grin beneath. Words slur sweet when the serum seeps. Norman fades like static on screens, and something steps in with theatrical schemes. Green ain't envious to twitch a design that waits in the cellar of a calculating mind. Pumpkin bomb stitched from a corporate file where ethics got buried with a frozen smile. The lamp burst more than a product or glitch. It opened a door, I was born to twitch. Laugh now, spider, while the skyline spins. I don't on symbols, I engineer synth. Teeth sharpen in backrooms of power and pitch. Glider hums like a hymn for the rich. Heroes, I chart them like market decay. Predict every swing, then I tax a crusade. No webs can bind what the boardroom bred. I map out war in the books you read. You chase villains, I design collapse, then dance through the wreckage in tailored slacks. You'll pay. Align in my quarterly file. The cost of hope is a balanced denial, and behind every why you hurl in the misses. The truth you dodged, I was born for this. You crawl through loss, I invested in grief. Built labs out of coffins, found peace and belief. That legacy's forged not by truth or applause, but by turning each rival into corporate claws. Spidey's a product, a case study flinch. I read every swing like a boardroom pinch. I know your guilt like I know my hand. I shaped your trauma with executive plan. There's no madness, just gears align. Each gear a scream you forgot was mine. So bring your heart while I bring precision. You save lives, I redesign vision. Call it chaos, I call it revision. Where weakness gets carved from the strength of decision. Goblin's not madness, it's clarity refined. A creed written deep in the predator's spine. I don't want thrones, I audit their cost and shatter their myths with a grin embossed. Legacy's numbers synced in decline, and every collapse gets signed in my spine. You see a villain, I see a design, etched in the static between power and time. Norman was noise, the goblin's the tone, a melody whispered through blood and bone. This ain't laughter, it's architecture. A rhythm of ruin drawn by a lecture. I draft madness like a business plan with clauses that burn through any man. Mirrors gone, it was never real, just glass hiding the steel I conceal. Now I glide through screams like stock alerts and rain down inside dressed as hurt. They'll study my wrath in textbooks and labs. A case of ambition that no one grabs. I won't fall, I plunge by design, and when I crash, the blueprints align. You think this ends with my fall? I am the pattern, not the mistake. The ghost in your skyline, the smirk in your silence, and every time you look up, hoping for a hero, I'll be there grinning!